Hi kids. So today the topic what we are discussing is statements and questions. This is your chapter 4, the statements and questions. So what are statements? Sentences that state something is called statements. Sentences that ask questions are called as interrogative sentences or questions. So the other name of interrogative sentences is question. So what are questions? They are also called as interrogative sentences. Statements end with a full stop. Then the interrogative sentences or the questions end with a question mark. Let's learn with an example here. So the first example is Mary is skipping. What is Mary doing? She is skipping. The second sentences say, is Mary skipping? So what is this? We are asking a question. Sentence 1 tells or states something. It is a statement. It is stating something, saying that Mary is skipping. The sentence 2 asks a question. It is an interrogative sentence or question. So we are asking a question here. Is Mary skipping? So we'll go with another examples here. For the statement, I am younger than you. What are we stating here? We are stating that I am younger than you. So this younger than you is stating. The statement says I am younger than you. Question. The same statement should be asked in a question format. So how will the question format be here? Am I younger than you? The statement here is I am younger than you. The question format is am I younger than you? Then let's see the difference between the statements and questions. First of all, to make an interrogative sentence, we use helping verbs. Kids, do you know what are helping verbs? Yes, the helping verbs are nothing but is, am, was, were, do, does, did, has, have, will, can, should. So these are the helping verbs which are used to make the interrogative sentences, and these words always come before the subject in a sentence. So here goes the differences between the statements and the questions. Now the first statement we'll take it as this is your new toy. So this is your new toy. How do you question them? Is this my new toy? Yes, and it has to end with a question mark here. The second one is you are good in science. So how will the question be? How can you frame the question? Are you good in science? And always the questions should end with the question mark. The statements end with the full stop. The third example is his grandfather was a soldier. Question, if you have to ask in a question way, we say it as was his grandfather soldier? Fourth, you are singing a song. So if I have to ask this in a question, we say, were you singing a song? Fifth one, you should have bath every day. The fifth statement is, you should have a bath every day. Now the fifth question is, should you have bath every day? Hopefully you understood the difference between the statements and the questions, kids. So here the statements always end with the full stop, and the questions always end with the question mark. So now let's do a small exercise. Change the sentences into interrogative sentences. The first one is, mother is not in the kitchen. Now, how will you change it to the interrogative sentences? Can you people guess? Kids, I want you to open your books and see through it. This is the exercise A. Change the sentences given below into interrogative sentences. So, the first one is mother is not in the kitchen. How would you change it to the interrogative sentences? Can you give a try, kids? Okay, we'll do it together. Is mother in the kitchen? Is mother in the kitchen? And it will end with a question mark. Let's go to the second example. Father has gone to the office. Father has gone to the office. Now can you change this to the interrogative sentence? We'll do it together. Has father gone to office ends with a question mark. So, what is the helping verb we've used here? Has father gone to the office? The third one is, he will catch fish in the pond. The answer goes like this. Will he catch fish in the pond? So, what is the helping verb we've used in this? We've used will. Will he catch the fish in the pond? And it ends with the question mark. The fourth sentence says, the train is on the bridge. The train is on the bridge. What's the answer? The helping verb what we are using here is the train on the bridge? So this is a question format. Is the train on the bridge? The fifth sentence says, Pushpa can solve the sums easily. Pushpa can solve the sums easily. So what would be the answer? Okay. Can Pushpa solve the sums easily? Okay. Kids, hopefully you have understood this. This is nothing but the sentences are changed into the interrogative sentences. That is, we're changing the sentence into the questions. Now let's go to the B. Kids, here in the exercise A we have 10. So we have solved 5 together. Rest of the 5 you will be solving it yourself. Coming to the exercise B, use these helping verbs in the box to complete these sentences. One helping verb can be used more than once. So the this helping verbs are is, are, has, was, were, will. So it is, she dash sitting at her desk. So the helping verb here is. She is sitting at her desk. The second one is, my mother dash gone to meet her friends. My mother has gone to meet her friends. Suman dash traveling by car. So what should be the helping verb used here? Suman was traveling by car. The fourth one is, it dash snowing last night. So what is the helping verb used here? It was snowing last night. The children were waiting for the school bus. The children dash waiting for the school bus. So what is the helping verb here? Were. Here, now let's start with do, does, did. Okay. We use do with I, you, we and they and plural nouns. So when do we use do? The author says we use do with I, with the statement starting with I, you, we and they, and also used with plural nouns. Then we use does. When do we use does? We use does with he, she, it and with the singular nouns. So we use do with the plural nouns. We use does with the singular nouns, as well as we use do with I, you, we and they and plural nouns. We use does with he, she, it and with the singular nouns. Did is the, now we'll come for the do example. Example of the do. Where are we using do? Do you know swimming? So what is there after do? You. So before you we are using do. If I say okay, we use does with he, she, it and with singular nouns. Now we'll see the example for this. Does he enjoy music? So what will be the answer for this? Yes, he does. Kids, hopefully you understood all these. Now coming to the first one, do you know swimming? So what will be the answer from your side? Yes, I do. Now if I say does he enjoy music, what will be the answer from your side? Yes, he does. When do we use did? Did is the simple past tense of do and does. What is did? It is the simple past tense of do and does. What is the simple past tense of do and does? Did. We learn with an example. Did it rain yesterday? What will be the answer from your side? Any guesses? No, it did not. Or we say, yes, it did. So, do, does and did are used as helping verbs. We use do, does and did to ask questions and answer them. Kids, we use all these in day-to-day life and we use all these things. So, this is very simple. Okay, now let's all learn again with the exercise. So, the exercise says, rewrite the statements as questions by using do, does or did. So, each question they have given what is the helping verb we have to use. So, we have to make the interrogative sentences or the questions out of these. The first one says, the doctor examined the patients. So, what will be the answer from your side, kids? Any guesses? Let's solve it together. Did the doctor examine the patient? You have to end with a question mark. So the next one says, she bought the new shirt. And what is the helping verb? They have only given. It says did. So what will be the answer? Can you guess? We'll solve it together. Did she bring new shirt? Coming to the third one. Anu plants trees in the garden. So what is the helping verb? They have given does. So we have to use does and make a question out of it. Does Anu plant the trees in the garden? Fourth one. You know French. So we have to use do and make the interrogative sentence here. Do you know French? It starts with do and we say do you know French and it ends with a question mark. The deer runs fast. So for this the helping verb what they've given is does. So we have to use does and frame the question here. So the question goes like this. Does the deer run fast? Children, one more thing here. What you people have to look is, now I say this, let's take the second one. She bought the new shirt. So the second one says, she bought the new shirt. And the helping verb what they've given is did. So we have to frame the question using did. So now we have to say, did she bring new shirt? Now you can't say, did she bought the new shirt? It doesn't give sense. So now you have to say, did she bring new shirt? So here you have to be very precise with the tense, the past tense and the present tense. Okay. Now let's solve some more examples here. Now the sixth one says, this pen writes well. The helping verb what they've given is does. So we have to frame the question using does. So shall we solve it? Okay. Does the pen write well? We have to end with a question mark. You're starting the sentence, the question with does the pen write well and ending with the question mark. 7th one. The parrot flew out of the cage. The helping verb what they've given is did. So we have to use did and frame the question here. Did the parrot fly out of the cage? So we're starting with did the parrot fly off the cage and ending with the question mark. And here, see, flew is a past tense. Now what you have to write here? You have to use the present tense. So kids, wherever the past tense and the present tense are used, you have to be very precise. Did the parrot fly out of the cage? The question said the parrot flew out of the cage. Now the answer says, did the parrot fly out of the cage? Now coming to the eighth statement. They finished their homework a few hours ago. So what is the helping verb we have to use? Did. So you have to use did and you have to frame the question here. The answer goes like this. Did they finish homework few hours ago? So what are we starting with? We started the statement with did and we ended the statement with a question mark. And what is the tense used here? They finished their homework a few hours ago was the past tense. Now the present tense, what you have to say? Did they finish homework few hours ago? Then coming to the 9th one. She tries to speak English in the class. The helping verb is does. So we have to start with does she try to speak English in the class? We started the question with does she try to speak English in the class and ended with a question mark. The 10th. They obeyed their teacher. The helping verb here is did. So the answer here is, did they obey their teacher? Okay, children. Thank you all for listening to this chapter very patiently. Now I want you all to practice it very well and read from your textbook again. I want you to go through everything again. And whatever we have not solved together, you people will be solving together. And I will send a PDF so that you can all check it again. Thank you, kids.